हमको मिली है आज ये घड़ियां नसीब से, जी भर के देख लीजिए हमको करीब से, फिर आपके नसीब में ये रात हो न हो, शायद फिर से जन्म मुलाकात हो न हो, लगे जा गले।
Hello, everybody. My name is Karan Parekh, and I welcome you all to Dialogue at Nation Next. Today, we have with us the first winner of Indian Idol Junior, the mesmerizing, the melodious Anjana Padmanabhan. Hello, Anjana, and welcome to Dialogue at Nation Next.
Everybody, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You have captivated India by your melodious voice since you were just merely a 10-year-old, Anjana. And today, you have released your first debut song, that is Mahia. Tell us something about it.
I mean, it's been a great experience, firstly. I started off as this really small girl, in taking part in one of India's biggest competitions. And it just happened to, make my life. I never went to the show expecting to, win or all of that. It was just for me to gain experience. And I completely enjoyed being on the show. And ever since Idol happened, I think the journey in terms of music has been lovely. So today, as you know, Mahia comes out, it feels very, very special and surreal. This is my first ever single song, so it's extremely special for me. And I think singing the song, shooting it, everything was extremely special. I think when I heard the song for the first time, I was like hooked onto it completely. So I was extremely excited to do this. I was like, I have to do this. I wanted to do this so badly. It was such a beautiful song. So yeah, I mean, it feels great to now it's all out there. So I just hope everybody enjoys it as much as I enjoyed singing it.
Congratulations to you on that. But then again, in the way of congratulation, I have something else to give you as well, because you've just cleared your 12th board exams with 97%. And how do you manage it all? Studies and singing at the same time. And what are your future plans? Are you planning to become a full-time singer, or you want to pursue some course?
I think, firstly, thank you so much. But I think, managing both music and studies, I've been doing it since I was like 10 years old. Since I was, I started off singing pretty early, so it was always there for me to, balance both. But I think I felt the pressure more like in these last couple of years, because that's when it kind of kicks in, even from the studies end, right? You realize that there is so much for you to like study in terms of that. But I think this year I got a little lucky because we unfortunately we couldn't get a chance to write the papers. But then it was difficult because we were graded based on our internal marks and all of that, 11th grade and all. So I was just happy that I was able to do well. So yeah, so I think future plans as such, I think I'm going to be doing music forever. But I'm also thinking probably I should do something in commerce stream, because that's something I also enjoy.
The weather is nice, and I won't be doing any justice to this interview if I don't ask you to sing a medley for all of our viewers. So, whatever you feel like, just go ahead.
Okay, I'll sing a song, an old song of Lata Ji. हमको मिली है आज ये घड़ियां नसीब से, जी भर के देख लीजिए हमको करीब से, फिर आपके नसीब में ये रात हो न हो, शायद फिर से जन्म मुलाकात लगे जा गले
Thank you so much. That was such a visual treat for all of our viewers, and I hope that they um, they enjoy you watching as much as they enjoyed you watching in Indian Idol Junior.
Thank you.
So my next question to you, Anjana, is that when you started in Indian Idol, you could not speak Hindi, as we know. But then tell us about your regime, your training, your practice, and what all went behind those brilliant performances, which even made the legend Shreya Ghoshal emotional.
I think firstly, I was very nervous when I was in Indian because Hindi is not something that I have spoken a lot at home because we speak in Tamil and I'm from Bangalore. So I was very familiar with Tamil, Kannada, most of the South Indian languages. So Hindi was something was slightly difficult in the beginning because I never used to converse in Hindi, so I didn't know how to speak. But something in me, I used to get Hindi, shabd and words, all of that used to be pretty clear. But it's just that I had to, listen to the song like many, many times for it to get registered and for me to realize this is how I pronounce certain words. And initially it was difficult because I didn't know in Hindi you have ta, tha, da, dha, so all of those emphasis, I didn't know how that happens. So initially it was difficult, it was, but I think I had wonderful friends on the show and trainers on the show that helped me with it. I think it all goes to them as well because they really helped me with the words and everything. But I think the performance, especially where Shreya Didi happened to cry, was extremely special because I was like the final round, was one of the finale rounds, and so this song is one of her most favorite songs, and I also love the song. So I was just very very happy, and I was actually very young, so I didn't understand how deep it was at that time. But now when I watch those videos, I really realize that it's so touching and emotional. So that is lovely.
Anjana, I want to know that reality show stars, they rise to fame quickly and then they disappear.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what is your take on that?
See, firstly, I think I believe that reality show is something that gives every person an opportunity to come out there and showcase his or her talent. Now, for me, who just started off from a simple family to come out there and to sing in front of everybody, I think Idol was one of the greatest platforms for me. And I think a lot of singers like me, there are a lot of people in India. There's so much of abundance of talent, and we all get an opportunity to present our talent, especially in these shows, because it does a lot of people watch it. So yes, I mean, I do believe in the fact that you do get an audience when you come on reality shows, but I believe that once a reality show gets over, it is especially that this is what I did, because during Idol I wasn't a trained singer. So
Mhm.
the main focus for me was to come back from the show and learn music, because for long term growth for me, music in terms of learning is going to help. So I focused more on learning music and strengthening my skill. That's
And you
something
were
that,
quite young back then. You were
yeah,
quite young.
not
I
young
mean,
back then. So for me it was more like gaining some experience, obviously learning as much as I can, and then coming back and taking the right steps forward in this career path. So that's something that I focused on. So I think it just depends from individual to individual on what he or she feels what's best for that particular person at that time. Like for some of them it might be getting ready into playback. For some of them it might be focusing on something else. So I think that the notion of us rising to fame and then not being there is again an individual perspective. So yeah, that's there for sure.
as I said earlier, that you rose to fame quite at an early age. So how was that, managing success? And then it's been, more than 8 years since Idol happened. And then how has life changed since then? I mean,
Like,
wherever you go, people must recognize you. Hi, Anjana. And, star-studded moment for them. So how has life changed since then for you?
it did change. It did change a lot, I would say, because in one thing that I was very sure about after Idol happened was, okay, I can do music as a career. That was my first clarity in
A
terms.
realization.
Yeah, I was like 10 years old. So for me to realize that, oh, okay, wow, it was, and because I was so young, I didn't even realize that I won this bigger show, right? It was like, okay, I won this show. That was the thought process. Because, at that, I think at that age, nobody gets that gravity of any situation. So that was how I was. But I think after that, a lot of opportunities, it opened up so many doors in terms of music. I got to work with some very, very special musicians out there. Got to do a lot of amazing work in regional languages, in Hindi, in other languages that I've not sung before. Just the fact that you go meet other musicians, appreciating their work, collaborating with other people, getting two forms of music together. All of that has been, the for me the greatest things, because I think for me, my journey after Idol, yes, I think after Idol mainly because I started learning music, I also realized, music. Otherwise, it was just, a song and I would sing. It was then I started realizing that there are so many elements and all. So I think as a journey, it has been very, very lovely, and it did give me a lot of opportunities after the show.
Anjana, a lot has been said about Indian Idol that the judges are particularly forced to praise the contestants. What do you have to say about that?
I think, see, I'm somebody who comes from an audience perspective, so I'm not somebody who knows what has been the scene out there. So I wouldn't want to comment on something which I'm not completely sure about in terms of both the angles, because I do want to realize that there are two different angles to every story. So I wouldn't want to comment on something without knowing the entire situation in hand. So yeah.
And you yourself have been into a reality show, and again, a lot of rumors about them being said that how much of that is reality and how much of that is show?
I can tell you from the experience that I had during my time, that is about 8 years back when I took part in Indian Idol Junior 2013. Um, it was reality. It was who I was. It was my family, my background. Everything was what it was, and that is how it was for me. At least that is how my experience was. So, in my experience, I would like to say that it is a wonderful place where you can really learn something, because for somebody who's coming from no experience in terms of what the world is in terms of singing in front of cameras, meeting people, meeting big stars, celebrities, meeting them, you don't know how to, react. Like learning all of those tiny, tiny things was lovely in the show. So for me, it was more like an experience, I would say. And during my time, at least whatever experience I had, it was more like it was completely about who I was and where I came from. So yeah.
On the TV, Anjana, we see a mere 3 to 4 minutes of performance, but then a lot goes into the preparation and practice, the regime, the choice of the song, and all about it. So tell us about your day one at Indian Idol and the finale. How was the entire journey and how it has shaped you as a person?
So firstly, I think day one would sum up to be like my school actually got a call from the team and for recruiting talent, and my school gave my name because they knew I sang. I used to sing, so that's how I got into the show. So the day one, I was very clueless. I didn't know what it was all about. I just prepared 2 3 songs in my mind, and I went there to sing. So I just sang a few. I just sang like literally one antra.
You sang Aapki Nazaron Mein on the audition.
So my first audition. Also, if you all see the audition, I was very nervous initially. Like I was walking in and there was no voice coming out of me. I was that nervous. But then I think and also the fact that I couldn't really understand so much of what the judges were saying because I didn't know Hindi that much. And if you also see that in my first ever performance on the show, I did have a few issues with certain words, the way you pronounce certain words. "Dil ki ye dhadkan the so every time
I remember that.
it used to be a problem. So yeah, I mean, I think I learned a lot through the process. But coming to the last day of the show, it is, me getting a chance to meet one of India's biggest superstars, Amitabh Bachchan sir, and to just sing in front of him and to collect that award from him. It just, you never think of such things that it will happen, right? It's just something that just happens. You don't expect it to happen, it happens. And I think when you don't expect something and you get it, it's the most wonderful feeling because you've not even thought about it. So yeah.
To to us, Anjana, it seems all glamorous, the glitz and glam, the hair and makeup, but then very few of us know that the hard work that goes behind it. So, your personal experience or your views on what goes behind the scenes and what we look on the TV, how much is that of a difference panel for you to see? That the hard work that you do day and night, you burn the midnight oil, and then on the stage, it to us it looks all glamorous. So, a nice singer coming on the stage wearing this designer outfit, doing her hair and makeup, and then how does that process happens? Because for you, it would have been a change to accept and adapt to all of it.
Correct, absolutely. Because so actually before Indian Idol, I did a Tamil South Indian reality show called Super Singer Junior 3. So that was like the first experience I had of, singing on stage and judges. But Idol was more, in a large scale, because even Super Singer was a large scale, but Idol was because it was the entire country and it was a language that I wasn't comfortable with initially. So it was more difficult because, you see, whenever you're singing any song, you have to do complete justice in terms of the words, in terms of the feel, in terms of the emotion, right? So that I had to really do, because that then I won't be doing justice to the song if I don't, say the words correctly or understand the emotion of the song. So that was extremely difficult initially, and I used to write the lyrics in English because that was easy for me to catch. And then I had my own ways of writing the ths and the l's and the everything. So I had my own my own vocabulary set, not vocabulary, my own language set to understand that. So those are things, and initially I didn't know so much of details of classical music also. So if there was a harkat, no, I would mark that place and I would do some designs to remember that place has a harkat, because I didn't know to write it in the I didn't know how to write it in the notation form, like in Saregama. I didn't know how to write it at that time. So I had my own ways of doing it, but I think that is what reminds you of how difficult it was, and then you remind yourself, okay, you've come pretty far from there. Right. So today, when I write my things, I write it in Hindi because it's easy for me today, and I know the notations. I know how to adjust and think and do it accordingly. So you do realize that okay, you've made a progress from what you were right years back. But so that was another difficult thing. But also, right, it is different because suddenly you're getting your makeup done or hair done, or you're going on stage, you're meeting these celebrities, you're singing in front of an audience there, you're singing in front of judges. Like first round was obviously like extremely nervous because you don't know how this works. But as the show started progressing, we all got used to the entire setup, and I think we all lived like a family. All of us, we had a lot of fun together. We used to have a lot of fun.
Are
So
you
I
still
think
in touch with the contestants?
yes, everybody. We all have a group, and we all keep wishing each
What's
other
up?
birthdays on on festivals, etc. And then we share our work there. Anybody does any kind of videos, music, albums, anything, we put our music out there. We share it with them. So that's lovely. I mean, it's just you just get yourself this huge family of friends, right? That will be there with you like forever. I think that is the most loveliest thing.
I want to ask, what would be your advice to somebody who wants to, get started with music, or professionally who wants to get into music as a career?
So I think firstly, I mean, I do believe that every individual has his or own unique, like a niche. Like each individual has his or own sweet spots, right?
Yeah.
Something that they might be good at, their talent, basically. But I realized this from personal experience that learning music will really help you enhance your skill or whatever talent you have. It helps you to understand and do better at it. It makes you constantly work in the places where you're not that great, right? Because what you're good at is will stay with you, but what you're not good at is something that you will have to work on. So my advice, it's not an advice, it's just like coming from what I have felt, that if you really want to start off in music and develop your skill, firstly you can learn music. And if you're a trained learned singer, and if you just have raw talent also, you can go, there are many platforms today where you can share your music. There are different audio streaming platforms, YouTube. You can put out your music out there. Start slowly. I mean, it's not easy for you to get a lot of views on like day one. right? But you have to start somewhere. So just the experience of, putting your video out, recording and understanding how you sound. So like just start putting out your music to the globe and just keep nurturing, learning every day. Start exploring different forms of music because there are so many different forms of music, not just in India and the globe, So there are different ways in which you can learn and adapt daily. So yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't do justice if I don't ask you about the viral singers in India that go viral within blink of an eye. Jaane Meri Jaane Man, then Ranu Mondal, and all of those singers who went viral. So, what do you have to particularly say about that?
I mean, there is some spark in each and every one of them, right? That it kind of went viral because, like, see, when a video goes viral, it's there is something in that video that connects you to it, right? Whether it is an exceptionally difficult person singing a very very difficult song, or if it is a very simple song which just reminds you of something of your past, which makes you laugh, or which just makes you remember those happy days, right?
Yes.
It still goes viral because there is a reason behind it, right? And that reason is what is more special than anything else because you reminded somebody of their times when they're watching the video. So that's the reason I think a lot of these videos go viral. That's and it's also a talent because you're literally putting out you're understanding what people connect to, you're understanding what people want to listen to, and you make those kind of videos. That's also a talent in itself. So every video has a spark that it goes viral. But I think as when I see in terms of videos, yes, there is a capacity of videos to go viral, but then I would always believe that we should never forget our basic roots of where we come from and really understand the very basics of in terms of if you look at it and in terms of long-term growth and long-term music, I think you have to focus more on the basics of music and the basics of understanding how this all works, right? And not expect short-term success is what I would like to put it as because I think long term you will always have to work towards because that's going to be your future.
Thank you so much, Anjana. Thank you speaking to Nation Next and taking your time out. So thank you everybody. Stay safe and keep watching Nation Next. Thank you.
Subscribe to Nation Next YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get regular updates from Nation Next. Also like Nation Next Facebook page and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.